Don't be afraid of your freedom.
From my granddaddy, come. These are the words me hear from my granddaddy. He said nothing in this world like when a man know him free. Free from the lock, I say free from the key. Free from the stress and all misery. Got to have some love, gotta let it be. If them a problem, so we don't want them. If them a problem, so we don't need them. Cause me say nothing in this world like when a man know him free. Nothing in this world like when a man know him free. Free like a butterfly, free like a bee. These are the words me hear from my granddaddy. Said it's nice to be free, nice to be free. Free from the lock, I'm free from the key. Don't be afraid of your freedom.
'Cause I'm free to do what I want any old time. 'Cause I'm free to do what I want any old time. 'Cause I'm free to do what I want any old time. 'Cause I'm
Yes, we'll get more madness and mayhem for the Maryhill post-Oflito here. We're on a lockdown here with the Soup Dragons. Soup Dragons, we're free. Are you free? Are you really free? Yes, we're here. You don't have to love me. You can hate me. You can listen and you can hate me. I won't hold it against you. In fact, I'll put you on air. If you hate me, phone me right now, we'll get you on first. 0141 416 1888. Yes, the Maryhill Maguires. We're on a lockdown again. Back to the 90s, the Soup Dragons. We're free. They say you don't have to love me, hate me if you want. I prefer you didn't. But c'est la vie. You're free. Just like me. Right, enough of this hairy arse about music. Let's step the pace up. Not much.
Nitty gritty, you're listening to the boy from the big bad city. This is Jam Hot. This is Jam Hot.
This is Jam Hot. We're on a lockdown here. 8 minutes past midnight. We're on to the 2nd of May already. For May is flying by already. We'll soon be on to June. Halfway point to the year already. Where's it gone? All my enemies tell me I'm crazy as well.
Jam nitty gritty, you're listening to the boy from the big bad city. This is Jam Hot. This is Jam Hot. nitty gritty. You're listening to the boy from the big bad city. This is Jam Hot.
This is Jam Hot tonight. It's 12 minutes past 12. We're on a lockdown here. We're going live to the planet. You can get your calls into a crackpot just now. 0141 416 1888. That's the number in Glasgow. If you're a US of A, it's 310 from our office in Compton. 310 668 1916. That's 001 if you're anywhere in North America or just outside it. If you're outside of Compton, it's 310, outside Los Angeles, 310 668 1916. Yes, put that in your pipe and smoke it, Radio Snide. You ain't got no veranda in Los Angeles with a number like that. We've also got, for our lovely people in Ireland, and it occupied 6 counties. We did have one in Dublin, but we've moved our office now and we've just positioned it in the heart of enemy territory in the Shankill. We are the final frontier men. We've crossed the Crumlin Road from Ardoyne into the Shankill. Since I got death threats, I thought I better go in there and populate myself there amongst the crackpots there. So it's 0289. That's 0289 581 9876. And if you're that boy Gary who says my days of prank calls are up, happy days, my man. So we've got that number there, 0289 581 9876. What about you? What about you? So we're on a lockdown here from Glasgow on 0141 416 1888. We're just right outside the FIRHILL for THRILLS Stadium, Partick Thistle, and we're on an investigation here. The 39 seats of FIRHILL. We're here to count the seats out. Counted them in, we counted them out. And the 39 seats of Maryhill, of FIRHILL for THRILLS. My first experiences of football were at a young age at FIRHILL, getting a lift there, the turnstiles. Whoever it was rocked up there. Celtic, Aberdeen, Mankey Mob. Actually, some of the best games I found were the Mankey Mob, wasn't even the Mankey Mob, but us, it was the Aberdeen. I remember a brilliant game with Aberdeen Thistle. For some reason, I don't know why that game sticks out. Probably because I think Aberdeen, if you remember at the time, it's probably, maybe I ventured there about 10 or 11, so maybe at that time they were European Cup winners or whatever, but they were a force to be reckoned with, not only Scotland but Europe. But I remember a game there well, behind all bandy legs of Jim Leighton, and I remember screaming like a banshee, and the cheeky bastard, I remember him turning round and sticking the Vicky up at us. The old Jim Leighton. I can always remember that, man. FIRHILL for THRILLS. I can remember the games with Selly, but there was a game there with Aberdeen with old bandy leg Leighton. Remember old bandy leg Leighton? Giving him pure Doug's abuse. So FIRHILL for THRILLS. And then also remember another time when I went to Partick Thistle. I was actually living down in England, and I developed a wee scam. I saw a scam how to get back up to Glasgow. That being on the brew at the time, I found out that they paid for interviews. Yes, they paid for an interview to come back to Scotland. And guess what game I came back to? And I was actually where I was standing in the enclosure in FIRHILL for THRILLS, in the enclosure. In the New Year's annual, the next year of Celtic, a picture of the sadly late departed Phil O'Donnell. It was his first game, and his goal where Tommy Burns had signed him, and his goal when he did the colour into the top corner, and just there is a picture of, and with all the rest of the Celtic fans, they can see me and my wee cousin clear as day, standing there with the bold Phil O'Donnell killing his first goal in for Partick Thistle. And so I remember that day well because I'd managed to get a free ticket on behalf of the government for a job interview for cleaning pots and pans, a dishwasher in a pizza restaurant just off Byers Road. Regardless, they say I never got the job, but that left me with I thought, this is brilliant. And a week later, guess who we played? The Mankey Mob. I'm sure that game was the one we beat them 2-0. I think we beat them 2-0. The one, it was John Collins and Charlie Nick scored, or was it McStay? I can't remember. It was 2-0. But the game after we played the Thistle, I'm sure we won that one. Aye, we did. But I did the same trick. I went down there, and then I get called in for my interview, and I was signing on the Tuesday, whatever. And so I went in, and with the Celtic game, I thought, well, this is, might as well try it again. Because we're playing the Mankey Mob. Spoke to my family, can you get a ticket? Oh, I don't know, someone need to see. So then I thought, well, I'll get back down there. No sooner did I get back down. And I went in and I said, well, listen, I didn't get it, but I managed to source another interview, which I did. I wasn't lying. They said, oh, well, we can't really, we can't do this too much, you know. If you don't get this one, then, you know, we'll be struggling to do any more. I was like, no, look, no problem. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this. The girls, they say, I didn't get it. I went back down there, tail between my legs. But thank you very much, government. Those 2 games were wonderful. So, FIRHILL's for thrills. It wasn't always that way. I remember FIRHILL, the first time when I actually got jailed. No, actually, I think I get jailed as a wee kid on casual, a wee plastic casual that I was when I was like 15 stroke 16. I think I get jailed for drunken disorderly. I remember the old Anderson bus station. I remember stoating about there and I couldn't get out the feckin' place. Steaming out my dial. Trying to come back for the south side where all my mates were. Trying to get up in North End. And I remember, for some reason, just steaming out my tits. I can't remember how I got home. I always remember I had to climb out the window to go to a Celtic game the next day. We played Dundee United the next day. Remember climbing out the window and ringing the doorbell with my mum away at the game. Screaming, get back here, you bastard. That was the first night I could get caught pissed. Dear God. And then I know the memory I was thinking of when I get jailed, part of the kid on casuals when I was walking across right outside Munn's pub. And because it was a local one for me and the baby crew, I was assigned the leader walking for the town since I knew the area, and then crossing over in my lovely resplendent blazer and jeans. 16-year-old. It was just the week before. Do you know when it was? It was the week before. There you go. I suppose the SFA planners, they put the Thistle game and then the Rangers game the week later, and it was the same then, 1988. And I get jailed in both games. Get jailed the day we won the league. Paul McStay, Van Bartram, remember that one? 2-1. I get jailed that one, and the week previously I get jailed. I get jailed once for walking across the road in Maryhill Road, and I get jailed a week later because I fucking ran away because the police were on top, and I thought, shit, I ain't get jailed again, and I ran away, and I couldn't run to save myself, and I get fucking caught. £250 fine I got for the Thistle one, and I think it was just a wee easy fine for the next one, but the first one, right, I nearly get jailed. I nearly put me in jail for the first one for walking across the road. I nearly get jailed. It was a time of 88. It was a time when Thatcher was giving it Yaldi against Yobs and football hooligans. And the people who were there who had any kind of previous, they all get sent down for 3 or 6 months. And the only thing that I escaped is because I had a clean record. But I remember that judge was an absolute bastard. And he gave me a £250 fine for walking across Maryhill Road. Can you add and believe it? But then we won the league a week later. Oh, what a feeling. What a feeling that was. Champions in our centenary year. Happy birthday, Celtic. Can anybody remember that? I was a 16-year-old. I remember in the night in the Govan Nick. And the Govan Nick is a 16-year-old. I didn't do a full nighter because I was 16. I think I got pulled out when I was 16. My ma came down tearful-eyed. What had I become for the second week in a row? The football casual hooligan. Yeah, so the Green Brigade, did they do walking away across the Maryhill Road? Did they do running away in the PR when the police came again? No, well I did. And also, I've got another exclusive, but we'll save the other exclusive for just after this wee tune. We've got another exclusive with the CS gas attack. CS gas attack. Yes, thanks for joining me tonight anyway. Sadly, I tried to get a guest on tonight, with the main story being the FIRHILL for thrills. We tried to get a guest on tonight, but it's not happened so far, so we can live in hope. Live in hope for hopefully maybe tomorrow we can get the good brother on. So what we'll do, yes, I'll give you an exclusive for another exciting moment in the life of a kid on casual back in the late 80s. Another exclusive, another scoop from a very important game, and it's related to what happened the other night there. So my experience is I've been a crackpot casual, and we're on a lockdown here, till 10 to till 10. We ain't phoning no Moonlight Bunny Club or Jill tonight. It's off the agenda. Calm down, crackpots, calm down.
First, when there's nothing but a slow glowing dream that your fear seems to hide deep inside your mind. All alone I have cried silent tears full of pride in a world made of steel, made of stone. Where I hear the music, close my eyes, feel the rhythm, wrap around, take a hold of my heart. What a feeling, feels believing. I can't have it all now, dancing for my life. Take your passion and make it happen. It just come alive. You can dance right through your life. Now I hear the music, close my eyes, I am rhythm. In a flash, it takes hold of my heart. What a feeling, feels believing. I can't have it all now, dancing for my life. What a feeling. What a feeling. I am losing now. Feels believing. I am rhythm now. Pictures come alive. You can dance right through your life. What a feeling. I can really have it all. What a feeling. Just come alive with a call. I can have it all. I can really have it all. Have it all. Just come alive with a call.
Yes, it's crackpot. Come on, open up. Crackpot McDougall time here. Crackpot McDougall time at the outhouse here. And I'll try to load something up here. Hold on, I'm just trying to download my me stuff. Right, we'll come back with the exclusive. Yes, well, what I was going to say, I'll give you this. What I'm going to come back now with is, do you remember Easter Road? CS gas attack at Easter Road? Well, I was part of the Kid on Casual crew, stood right next to it when the mushroom cloud went up in Easter Road, when we gassed the high bees. Yes, I was there, onto the pitch. Onto the pitch, we were chased by the scarfers, called scum, kicked out of the ground. We had to scarper onto the pitch because of the mushroom cloud of the CS gas. Yes, we'll bring you more of that in 2 minutes. But I dug this tune out last night. Got to play it again. You got to love this one. Hablando Ramirez. Come on.
quiero que tú me saques a mí aquí para... Chacho, ese tipo, mírate, ese tipo se suelta ahí con esa música.
Oh, Chacho! Yeah, if there's one tune that can get me to Gubernackie after 20 odd years, it'd be this tune. If you ever want me to Gubernackie, put this on and throw one in front of me. We'll be up dancing like a fucking Looney Tune all night. Come on, Ramirez.
Que te muera en el éxtasis de emoción.
Una cosa bien bonita, la cosa más bonita del mundo. Amándose. Amor. Amándose. Amor.
Suavecito. Mira cómo te lo arrecuesto. Machucadito, te machuco. Cae con cuidado que te machuco. Porque yo soy Ramírez.
Que voy a hacer una cosa bien bonita cuando uno se besaba, se acariciaba, amándose. Amor. Amándose. Amor.
Ahí, pa' que te lo goces conmigo, bailándolo en el
Amor.
rincón. Suavecito.
Amándose.
Mira cómo te lo arrecuesto.
Amor.
Machucadito, te machuco.
Amándose.
Cae con cuidado que te machuco. Porque yo
Amor.
soy Ramírez.
La cosa más bonita del mundo.
Yes, we're back here. Thank you to my man Ramirez. Well done, Ramirez. Keep up the good work here. We're on a lockdown here. Archers, Slam Crew, back in the early 90s. Big shout out to any cheesy ravers out there. Right, so as I was saying before the bold Ramirez interrupted me, I think it was just after, was it 87, late 87, so that would be in it's in our centenary season. Yeah, indeed it was our centenary season. It would be some Celtic fans having come back from the continent, Germany, Borussia Dortmund. We played, of all places, I think Mudland McLeod's Borussia Dortmund as well. So this was so yeah, exactly 10 years prior to when Dortmund won their Champions League with Paul Lambert. They played us, and this was in the height of Thatcher's Britain, and this was in its time when I was kid on casual time. In fact, I might be getting my dates wrong. Does anybody confirm it? Was it 87 or 88? It was either, it was autumn, November. Was it December? No, it was after a European game and it was after Dortmund, right? Anybody who's backing me up here? Anyone who can confirm? Who can confirm my haverings on the boards here? Anyone? Right, let's see. Let's see. Messi played. Poor old Barcelona. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Imagine not even playing Messi. 86, it wasn't 86. You're off your nut, 86. You're tripping out of your dial, 86. Murdo McLeod was playing for us at the time in 86. He didn't leave to the end of 86. And then 87, no, he left in 87, didn't he? That was the first season. He just left and then came back to play against us. Right, so what are we saying? Who would disagree with here, Pete? Who's disagreeing with who? Somebody get me a verbatim date. Anyone? Can anyone give us a date? I say it was late 87. That was either in that 87 or the 88 season. Was it a happy birthday season, or was it the season where we lost everything season? It was the first of the 9 for those shysters. Oh, your brothers in a hard dying, what's that? Mal Kearney, Bamprop Productions. Let's see, here we go, what have we got here on the Twitter? History in the making for Cliftonville FC, Bampop Productions about. Irish Premier League champions Cliftonville will take to the field at Windsor Park on Saturday 2nd of May. Aye? Saturday 2nd of May? You're having a feckin' giraffe. It's 2nd of May the now, it's Thursday. So you're talking the 4th. Get that fixed. Who's out there? Sort that one right out. Here. I will not charge you anything for my free editorial skills. With the team knowing that they're just 90 minutes from writing their names into the club's history book. Here, who's seen that goal by Doncaster against Brentford? It was classic, absolute wonderful. The first one that I saw was somebody posted it on the HB, and it was a guy who had was in the Brentford then, and they'd got the penalty. You couldn't see the penalty, but you just heard them going, oh fuck, oh no, and you couldn't see anything clearly at all. And all you could see them just running the holes of camera, and you could see the flare getting lit in the Doncaster end. What a beautiful it was. And then you see the actual pictures later on. You see the picture later on, right? When the Stramash, I mean the defender from Brentford, I think, if he hadn't charged in like a bull out of China shop, I mean, it was chaos in the penalty box. It was bouncing about, and this guy comes running through as a defender. The next minute, it's a big long kick, if anybody's not seen it, a kick out to the wing, where there's one guy standing just waiting for the ball to come to him, and the ball's kicked in, and just as the ball gets kicked in, Crackpot McDougall, underneath there's two, well, there was on the lower tier, Crackpot McDougall for Doncaster sparks open a flare. Yes! Pyro Man is stunning there, and not only that, miraculously one starts, you're like that, and the boy's running through. And the whole season's on the line. It's there. If Brentford scores, they're up. The other team that's playing, Bournemouth, are drawing. So this is shit or bust. If Brentford score this penalty, rattles it off the bar, the ball bounces out. Was it the bar I say? Who cares? But anyway, and the ball comes through, and Pyro Man for Doncaster, the flare is lit. The season's in the balance. The man's running on the wing. Everything's here. As at Doncaster's, Pyro Man lights one. And then another one is given birth. There's 2 Pyro Mans for Doncaster, holding the pyros, orange out, giving it, come on! Can you imagine that? The fucking season's there. You've got a player, 46 games they've played in the whole season. You're almost one kick away from playoffs, and maybe a trip to Wembley if you're lucky, but you're going through heart and mouth surgery for the next 3-4 weeks. And then all of a sudden, you've lit the flare, you're standing there, your man passes it in, goal, champions, off! You can get that flare and just stick up your bahookie and your Rocket Man time. Get on that pitch. If I was holding a flare, I'd stick it right up my bahookie and I'd be on the pitch down there giving it, yes! And who got harmed? Was there any casualties? Were there any deaths? It was a sight wonderful to behold. One of the key moment for that league was there in just 1 minute. And Pyro Man for Doncaster sparked a flare, and then another one. And I stood in when the Hibs game. Who's got the date? Has anybody got the fucking date here? Who's on the Twitter, right? Tell me who's on the Twitter. Right, I can't see it, where are we? What's this? Tommy Nichols. What are you saying? 14th August 1984, Celtic v Clifton for that was some match. Plastic bullets running bat. What are you see? Gun stole magic. Give us a phone call. James Menahat, give me a phone call. If you're in Belfast tonight, we have specially got a number just for you, for all the crackpots in Belfast, Cork or Donegal. You can call us tonight on 0141 416 1888. You can't say fairer than that, or I'm the Bishop of Cork. We've got that one. And we've also got for Belfast, if you were at the game, Cliftonville, it's 0289 581 9876. Now we'll give this nice and slow for the slow of study and the hard of thinking. Earlier on today, I got inundated with calls for my stolen Zephyr on Gumtree. And yes, I made some phone calls back to some mad crackpots. I thought they were all zombies. I was all offering them parts for my next Steven Spielberg zombie slasher movie. Most of them hung up, but c'est la vie. I would do the same myself. Eat a mad crackpot asking to be in the next Steven Spielberg. So we'll read this slowly for the dead zombies and the brain dead ones. 0, 2, 8, 9. I'll slow the pace down. 5, 8, 1. And if you went to a proper school, you would be able to get this down nice and easy. It's just 9, 8, 7, 6. You get that one there? Just going down the scale of 9, 8, 7, 6. 0289 581 9876 0141 416 1888 or 001 310 668 1916. That's the lovely Francisco Sandaza hotline. If you're wanting an agent on his veranda smoking a shisha, there is an agent smoking a shisha on the veranda in Compton. He's sitting there waiting to take your calls. We'll pass it through the router. And I'm just adding that here. We'll pass it through the router. And we'll get you on straight away. So tell 10 to tell 10. And we'll get some calls up to the US of A. We need to start phoning the US of A. Oh, so right, before we go take this wee tune in. So, nobody's gave me a date. I was looking there for a date. That's what stopped me telling this story. Has anybody got a fucking well date here for when the veranda CSC unit? God bless. Right. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to see it. No. Nobody's put a fucking well date. What kind of crackpots are you? You can't even put a date for when that game was with Hibs. So Celtic launched. I never actually seen it getting thrown, the CS gas canister. All I did see was a mushroom cloud envelop and the Hibs fans just scatter. And we must have been maybe about 20 yards away from the old Hibees while they scattered, and we started laughing and going, hi, let's all laugh at Hibbies. But then the wind that blew the gas downwind to us and we get hit with it. And maybe someone heard there as a bull, Paul did, I've got asthma. Mild asthma, and at the time I had asthma, and now I've got asthma, but at the time I get hit with the CS gas. I never had a scarf to protect myself, but we stood downwind from it, and the same CS gas that the Celtic casuals threw into the Hibs, the mushroom cloud enveloped, and the barrier, well, that wasn't going to stop the smoke coming, and we get gassed with our own gas. Then what happened was, ran down to the bottom, we jumped over the barrier, because, well, there was nowhere else for us to go. And as we jumped over the barrier, all the Scarfers and the Celtic fans were against the casuals. We brought disgrace to the team. And we tried to climb back over the barrier. Some of us were attacked. And at that point, we decided to scarper it outside the grun. I think we were either a combination of fetus, let's get out there, this is going to be some battle now, because high bees, who were considered the top crew of Scotland, or one of the top crews anyway, it was either between us, them, or Aberdeen. Who knows, an unbiased individual might have been able to call it, but the Hibbies were regarded as one of the top crews. And so on that day, Celtic gassed them. We jumped over, I remember, well, I know me anyway, I'd jumped over the barrier and onto the track side, claiming, well, look, I can't breathe. My respiratory problems have caused me to jump over. Please save me. But no, we were thrown back over. The Celtic fans started attacking us. We then vacated the ground onto back where the main stand is in the Easter Road. I tried to explain it to my lassie when I was over there the last time, saying this was a scene of absolute, utter, sheer fecking chaos. When the Celtic casuals get kicked out that day, the back of the main stand, lo and behold, who was waiting for us at the other end, who came steaming round? The Hibs. And so then what enveloped was one of the most craziest scenes of football that I've ever witnessed in my life. It ended up to the point there was people trying to climb back to get into the grun. So there was people who were kicked out, thrown over the barrier, get back in with the fans, beaten with their fans, kicked out the ground, went out and just witnessed a scene from Hamburger Hill Apocalypse Now. And Cheech and Chong all happened there in the middle, you know what I mean? It was like, who knew what was going down? You couldn't see what was, it was pandemonium. It was absolutely fucking mental. Radio rental. It was World War III was happening outside, I'm going to say FIRHILL there, Easter Road, back then when Celtic gassed the Hibbies. And then, for some reason, I don't remember too much after that. I just know that the battle outside was just carnage, and we gassed them, and the gas came back into us, and the Celtic fans attacked us. We get through at the grun, and then it was that bad. From that point, we got a heavy escort straight back to the train station. It was a heavy escort to the train station. But that was back in the 80s when we were Thatcher's children. We were the scum of the earth. Any football fan, all football fans were scum of the earth, herded into cages. And let's see. I was right. 3/10/87. The 3rd of October. I thought it was October 87. Murdo McLeod had just left. It was the start of the season where we had won the double centenary season. There's a picture. Just looking at it now. Try to see if I can see me now. So I was a 15-year-old, a wee 15-year-old kid, gassed, an asthmatic kid, gassed, and I love to tell the tale. I love to tell the tale. Some people will say sadly at that, sadly, but c'est la vie. And that's why I'm into semi-retirement now at 41. 41. Semi-retired. Part-time. Part-timer, that's all I'm now, part-timer. Yes. Time to give it up though now, you know what I mean? Just sit back and watch the world go by. Sit here like Stadler and Waldorf with my two twin personalities. Actually, I've got multiple ones, but I'll just accept two for the time being now. So if I put my hands up and take the dairy for having two split personalities sitting here like Stadler and Waldorf from the Muppets. Yes, casting my glance across the planet. I'm in early retirement. In fact, you know, at the age of 41, I've reached seniority in the ranks of the Poso Mary Hill Fleeto. Half my mates for school are pan-breed. Through the effects of Thatcher's Britain, the capitalist system has killed them all. Smack, junk, smoke, booze, jellies, stabbings, shootings, jails. I managed to stay away from getting shot. I get stabbed 3 times once, and well, the 3 times was on the one occasion, but the one occasion when it happened, and it was an inch away from my heart. And as I was just looking at the time there, it was 11 days before the poor Stephen Lawrence. So I'm in overtime here, sudden death, overtime, death threats for the shank kill for my man Gary. Thank you, Gary. Yes, so thanks to the good people there, I've had to take security precautions. So I'm broadcasting, as always, from behind a bush in my tin-foiled, armour-plated Mercedes. It was tin-foil only Skoda, but now it's been armour-plated Mercedes, upgraded by my good friends in Sevco. And today, yes, we tried to speak to a couple of people. We've been told that, from my good brother Tony Cassidy, has told me that Mr. Ogilvie would like to speak to me face-to-face. So we're chasing that one down, Mr. Ogilvie. And we also tried to speak to Mr. Brian Stockbridge, my good buddy Brian, to chew the cud with the last man standing of Sevco, the last man standing of Zeus Capital. In there to close the cludgy. We salute his courage and indefatigability. 2 of his best mates have been chased out, but we stand by our bold mate Brian. You can listen to the wonderful calls. If you've joined me recently on Twitter, you've started following me since the Sandaza call, well, you've missed a treat, because last year I spoke to Mr. Brian Stockbridge and Mr. Imran Ahmed. These calls are there. A prank call I did with Imran Ahmed, and that's why we stand shoulder to shoulder with Francisco Sandaza. He is on garden leave. We have a call. We have liftoff. Crackpot, make do time.
Hello.
Hello, turn your radio down.
Radio?
Aye, turn that radio down, caller.
Yeah, no problem, Tommy.
What about
How's
you?
it going?
What about you?
How's it going?
Who's this? What's your name?
No, that's me. Here was me texting. Remember, here was me texting about the thing about the 1984 ad up in Solitude.
All right. What's your name, buddy?
I was at the game, so it was. Sean Downs had just been out there getting buried, so he was hit by a plastic. A couple of days before. Remember, the Galvin Martin or somebody came. The Sinn Féiner, the Shinner. He came over to do the thing. He was born from the north, so the RUC went up West Belfast and done a lot of thing and shot a lot of plastics and killed the wee lad, Sean Downs, and then they came. The day he was getting buried, they came over to Solitude, and Solitude was playing football, so they came in heavy-handed. and plastics, everything was shot, fucking rats. The two of the Rugers, two of the cops' guns were still, you know what I mean? I was well tanked up. I'd been tanked on the waterworks for all the green and white army, you know what I mean? We ended up there, so we did, you know.
So when was this? This was in 1984. Was this a full Celtic team, aye?
10th of August, it was coming. 10th of August, 1984. You know what I mean? And that's what it's. You know what I mean? We lad Sean Downs was only in his grave. He was buried that morning, so he was, and he was hit by a plastic. You know what I mean? And there was no need for the RUC to be over to crying, because it was Cliftonville Celtic. You know what I mean? Big, you know, there's no hassle, no fuck off. They come in, fucking over the rat gear on them, and fucking plastic bullets getting shot everywhere, and fucking all sorts of. Anybody from Belfast would be able to, you know, my fucking ear, like, they'd be able to tell you. It was my. There's some crack shows some of you are talking about. They're talking about rats to grounds. That was some fucking rats, so it was. Davy Hay was the manager, and so he was, you know. He turned around and, I think White was, you know, he was, whatever the fuck, Lumber Celtic, he had never come back again. You know, the Belfast, we came back fucking 25 years later. We had that one in, we had a friend there, but Cliftonville there, when was it, 2009 or something? So, you know, and then they had one there a lot of months ago, so it did, you know. It was some fucking game, so it was, that went down in history, so it did.
So you said there a couple of peelers, the peelers get their guns though, aye?
Oh, they got the charged in the crowd, right? You know, charged in the crowd. The crowd is nowhere else. All the Celtic supporters and most would, but nowhere else to go. We're all crammed, so they just enveloped, you know, about 4 cops. And next thing, fucking the cops came out. They'd lost their fucking, they'd lost their bulletproof vest. They'd lost that there. 2 of them came out, they lost guns, then, you know, in Ruger 4.4s they were carrying. They lost them and all. Oh, fuck's sake. It tore apart, so it didn't fucking. The wee lawnmower get fucking burnt and everything. You know what I mean? Fucking mayhem at it, no. But here, you know what I mean? I've never seen a ground empty and it's quick in my life. You know what I mean? Half the fucking ground empty, trying to get out.
And that was right in the Troubles. That was in 84, so that was bang right in the fucking everything was going down. That must have been one of the. I mean, is that why they never went back for 25 years then, aye?
Wait, he was on the board then, or I don't know what he was. He's in the paper the next morning, says disgraceful, the fucking athletes to the RUC. He says we'll never bring Celtic back over again. He was blaming it all on the RUC, which was true. You know what I mean? They were up at the ground. There was no need, because it was all one side, and it was Celtic and Cliftonville have a long history with each other. You know what I mean? You know, they're the same supporters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were, you know what I mean? We were part of the Red Army, and you know what I mean. But I wore the green and white. You know what I mean? I went up to the fucking with the Celtic colours, all which, you know, most of us did. You know what I mean? It was between Cliftonville and Celtic, we supported Celtic. You know, so. Brilliant. So they're in the final here. They're in.
So they're playing this Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, you there? Stay there, I'll phone you back. I've lost you. Wait there. Yeah, he phoned me. Oh, here, it's a one ring sting time. What's the brother paying for the call? It should have been me phoning him. Stay there, mate. Stay there, we'll phone you back. You there?
Sure.
Aye.
Who's this?
It's Craigie Boy White. We want you to.
Aye, Craig here. Here, Tommy. I'm telling you here. You should. You want to get a rat. You want to be over in Belfast in them years. You know what I mean? Did you hear? And it's not here. It's not a kicking horse away from where doing.
Aye. So that's in this Saturday. It is then. What time is it on Saturday?
I think I've seen it done. It's advertised for BBC Two. You know what I mean? It's on live on BBC Two, so it's advertised there for 2:30. So it must be a 2:30 kickoff. I think a 2:30, or else it could be a 3:00 kickoff. You know what I mean? They could have it a half an hour before. You know, the commentary and that there and fucking whatever.
So you going over to see it yourself? You going to be there yourself, aye?
No, I'm not in there.
Hello? You there? Where's your mate? Okay, now what's going on here? You there? The fucking pay and throw away phone you've got there. Fucking pay and throw away. worse than my phones.
Hello, what's happening? You keep ringing my telephone.
It's a fucking paying throwaway phone you've got there. What's going down with your paying throwaway phone? Get it sorted.
It's not a fucking paying throwaway fucking phone, top of the range fucking telephone. Fucking HTC.
It's a fucking wind-up phone you've got. You've been sold a dud.
See, this phone's on contract, so it is.
Somebody dropped
Fucking
in water. They dropped in water and they say, we'll sell it to you. We'll sell it to this daft cunt. They've said, here you go. The fucking... It's a refund. Take it back. Get your money back.
I need something fucking back on it. They've got me looped in for a fucking 24-month contract.
That's
Tried to fucking break it on him and says no. Just take it out of the bank anyway, what?
So what's happening? Whereabouts are you anyway? You're in the north still? No, where are you?
Oh, I'm in the outer road, so I'm up here North Belfast.
Good stuff, good stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Tell you here, my team, you know what I mean? I say Folly Celtic. I went over to fucking Russia to Folly Celtic. That's what it says. That there's no the hassle of fucking get down. I had to go down to Dublin, down to the Russian embassy, and get a visa for Moscow. Remember we played Sport of Moscow?
Aye.
I was at that game. Now, I wasn't at the game. See, the last game. I wasn't at that one. I think the game I was at was about 2000. And I think it was 2005 or something. Remember we drew one each one. And then we took them back to. We took them back till Paradise, sir, and then we won on penalties.
I remember Tommy Burns, aye. That's right.
You want to see a shit? I had to go through them fucking photographs, fucking, had to tell them where it was staying, had to get insurance, and then the best of it was, I had to pay 120 fucking euros, 120 euros to get the fucking visa. And your mom's, he could speak better English than I fucking could. He was turning around telling me, do you know your surname? It means X in Russian. He made I don't give two fucks. He give me that big visa. Me and we lad we went across with it. It was one thing. 5 days over there. I met a Rastafarian. I met a Rastafarian in a bar. A Rastafarian like a Tim, and he's drinking. I seen him drinking Coke, and I says, "What do you want? What are you vodka and Coke?" And he said, "We don't drink." And I said, "What? You know what I mean? You're drinking?" He says, "No." And he says, "It's against my religion." I didn't know it. The Rastafarians not drink.
I know it's just pure unadulterated Mahatma Ganja. Aye, they're wired to the moon with a bit of ganja. Aye, no booze, mate. Aye, well, I don't know. I've never been. I looked into the Rastafarianism, but before I could find too much into it, I just kept getting stoned. I mean, so I don't know. I never applied to go any further. I thought, well, you might as well just keep getting this stone shit. I mean, who needs to take it for any further than getting stoned? But I take it they must have. I don't know, mate. I'm toe-teetle myself these days, mate, so I didn't know. I just seen one of the folk in that hairdo they have with their dreadlocks. His dreadlocks they were. We kept it. He was wearing, he fucking asked for friend. He said, "No, it's against my religion." And then we were going on the thing, on the ground, Lennon Stadium or something. We went down there, and there was about 30 of us and 30 Tims. And the fucking two of the fucking cops grabbed two of us out and where to the whole 30 of us. And on the spot fence, but I think I went into their pocket, the fucking rubles. Russian rubles. I went stuck it into their pocket, that'll do us. It was too much to back on deals again, you know. That was some fucking crack, like. Yeah. So was it 5 days you spent there in Moscow? Is it? I heard it's quite dear. Is it quite dear over there? Aye.
I fucking. I was. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. See, for everybody saying no fucking. You think a third world country or fucking cheap or something like that? It was fucking dear. Because dear as London. There you go. It was about £2.50 a pint.
That was back a few years ago, aye.
Aye, well that was 2000, what was that? I think it was about 2005 or something.
2000, no, it was just before, well Tommy died 2008, but that'd be 2007, mate, because it was the campaign before he died. What was it? It was the one, he died in 2008, it was 2007, yeah.
Your alcohol's killed all my brain cells, so it has in my memory. That thing, I don't drink now, yeah, that's true, I'm off I drink a few years now, but You know what I mean? I thought it was alright, but you be right by the 2007, Oh, that's it.
Aye, poor Tommy, I remember that. That's 5 years ago,
Oh,
it's unbelievable. 5 years ago.
I actually got to meet Tommy Farnham, got to talk to him, you know what I mean? You know, shortly before he died, you know. Well, you're talking 2000. That was 2005. He was over at it was 2004. He was over to Vegas. Well, it would have been 2004. I think it was 2004. He was over to Vegas, Las Vegas convention.
Aye.
He was over there, and one of the guys. I tell you the truth, Tommy. You know what I mean? I just fucking thing. I had plenty of money, and so I just jumped on the fucking thing, got my fucking thing, filled the thing in on the plane. You know what? Their fucking visa thing. I filled in on the plane, fucking went over, and I met up with guys that didn't know anybody. I went over by myself. Around here, I know a guys in head of our club. You know what I mean? And he turned around and says, "You fucking crazy or what? You know, nobody's going over." So I went over myself. But feeling like a gang from posse from down in Florida. What the fuck? What is Florida? But anyway, he told me once when we were talking about Tom, and your mum said, "Fuck you, Tommy, I idolized you and doing blah blah here and that there," and you know. And Bertie All was there. And most of the Lisburn lands were there. I think it was about. I'm not too sure if Ronnie Simpson was there, David. I'm not too sure, but I think it was about eight on there. You know what I mean? Lisburn lands. And some crack. I feel like them. I love the away games. So they, you know, the European away games.
They're the best, aren't they? They're the best, I know.
Oh, fuck's sake, fucking meet friends all over the fucking world. Hey, I could tell you a fucking story. I could tell you a story coming back from Russia. The train was stopping, and we were stopping in where's it, Czech Republic? Prague. We were stopping in Prague, so we were right. So we stopped in fucking Prague, but I'm tough juiced on the plane. You know what I mean? I'm sitting drinking all the free drink on the plane, and had half an hour to get from one gate to another gate, right? So me and the wee lads running, right? I didn't get there in time, right? So they says to me, no, you're not thing. You know what I mean? With the things. So they wouldn't let me thing. So I took my passport off me. I mean, what the fuck? So I'm waiting there, and I get my passport back a lot of hours later. They wanted to charge me X number of pound to get the thing. Says it was your fault. So here's me, fuck, I haven't got the fucking money. And my plastic was maxed out. You know what I mean? I'd maxed my plastic out. Here's me. But I knew a few guys in Prague. Well, I thought I knew a few guys, so I got the thing for it again. I went down into Prague, me and a wee lad. And goes down to the Celtic bar down there. Blah, blah, blah. No chance. You know what I mean? Looking at tap, right? So he was down to another one, and he says, guy. And the guy said, well, I'm showing him the ticket and all, you know what I mean, to prove him story. I says, was over there, and you know what I mean, and he were to go the night and all. And fair play to him, you know what I mean. He turned around, Celtic supporter, like, well, he was, you know, he's Irish guy, you know what I mean. I took it he's a Celtic supporter, and he turned around and he got me in. We got us booked in the hostel that night, and he turned around and he says, one of my mates here, you know what I mean. That was Saturday. He says, one of my mates, next time Sunday. He says, one of my mates here works in the Irish consulate, their embassy, in Prague. I'll give him a ring, rung him up. And your man, now the consulate wasn't supposed to be open. He got it open that Sunday for us, and I was able to do the business. I was able to telephone back home, get the fucking details, get everything worked out, and we're able to get home. You know what I mean? So I emailed him and all, and you know what I mean? He's a sound guy, like, you know what I mean? He's able to get us fucking thing, got us a few drinks. I fucked off the fucking plane. Not fucked off the plane. Once I seen the state of me, no, trying to get from one plane to another, you're not going, no. You know, and then they tried to charge me 400 fucking nigger. You know what I mean? Is 400 nigger to get back home, right? I just thought I'd give you a ring in, Tommy, that thing. I was actually talking to you before, so it was, you know what I mean, it was a couple of months ago, you know what I mean? And you were saying about no hard coin and that there,
That's good, man.
Two zombies on the net, no?
No, they've no for me. No, thankfully. No, I don't want to encourage you bastards, mate. Let them go to sleep, mate. They're sitting there worried and shitting about what's coming ahead for them, mate. It's all went quiet on the Sevco front, isn't it? There's not really any stories coming out recently. Where's the stories to fucking shut them down? That's what I want to see. No, I don't want them on, mate. The day my nothing. Fucking.
Yeah, who was that kid was on last night was trying to put an accent on?
What about you?
Did you hear him?
I know.
What about you? I'm from Dublin. You're going to get away the fuck. There's fucking... I out for Dublin. Yeah. It sounds like a Dublin accent too.
I thought it sounded Scottish. I thought he was a fucking Scot. I thought he was a... fuck it, maybe he'll phone in. The lines are open. I told him, he tried to phone in earlier on. I think he was trying to go on earlier on, but I wasn't on, so... C'est la vie. Yeah, I need to close this.
Right, come here. You have to get back to your show, okay?
God bless me. Listen, phone in at any time.
Right, no problem. Hail, come on.
Hail. God bless me, right?
Hail. God bless.
There we go. Memories of days gone by, Celtic journeys. And there you go, a good Celtic fan helped him out to bring him back home when he couldn't get onto another plane. Shocking. It must have been Alex Salmond. Watching on a camera saying, don't let him back on the plane. Right, somebody was mentioning Oasis. Anybody back an Oasis tune? What tune can we do here for Oasis? What one's this? Anyone guess? Have we got a guess yet? Who's first with a guess? Who's first to get the sweetie out of the jar? Off, too late now.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. Rhythm is a dancer. Rhythm, you can feel it, people feel it. Rhythm, rhythm is a dancer.
Let the rhythm rock you, got you, sneak inside you, set your mind to move to its pulsation, bass vibrations and sensations. Pause, it's not in place, mind and body must be free to please take it all in, nothing to lose, everything to win. Let it control you, hold you, not the older, new. Touch it, taste it, freak your soul and let it face you. Got to be what you wanna, if the group don't get you, the rival's gonna. I'm serious as cancer when I say rhythm is a dancer.
Rhythm is a dancer. Get such close companion. People feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices. Free your mind and join us. You can feel it in the air. Oh, it's a passion. Oh, you can feel it, yeah. It's a passion. Rhythm, you can feel it, people feel it. Rhythm, rhythm is a dancer. Rhythm, you can feel
Yes,
it, people
Crackpot
feel it.
McDougal. Crackpot McDougal on the ones and twos here. And what's this? Hold on, just checking out my old Twitter there. Big shout out to the brother that came on there. Hold on, I'm just checking out my timeline here, just checking it out. Right, and hold on, I'm just looking at, let's see. Sorry, I'm just getting on to my Twitter here. Thanks for everybody for joining us tonight. We're on a lockdown here, till 10 to till 10. If you're in HMP Berlin, turn off your Twitter, turn off your Facebook, and get pumping out the tunes. Thank you very much, Michael. Axel Foley, if you've got the number for that club, send it. Send it. Yes, you can send it. I think I tried. Did I phone them before? I'm not sure. I phoned one of them before in that place. Best bits real short. Yes, you're a gentleman, Michael. You're a gentleman. Crack on, mate. You can go ahead. Hold on. Right, so I was just trying to upload another wee tune here, and let me see. That's doing it now. But we'll not play a wee tune, but I'm just going to upload this one. I'll get that. Well, that was two tunes I played in a row. Yeah, we'll not go for a treble yet. We'll not do the treble since it's a sore point. We'll just go for a double. A brace of tunes. We'll just keep going for a double since the treble is off. Actually, the treble's on this year. Thatcher dying in our League and Cup. Yeah, so the treble is on. We can do 3 tunes in a row. We can do 3 tunes in a row, but I'm just uploading this. There we go. Right, so upload. No, that one. Off. What about you? Off. An unknown number decides to phone up and hang up. Come on, unknown number. You can do it. That was well done. That was well done there. Almost there. You got through to the Closey Cludgy hotline. You were almost there. Come on, you can do it. We're with you. Where is it? How's it not up here? Aye, where is it? I'm looking for this tune that I've just uploaded. Oh, I'm looking for the right name. I'm looking for it. It starts with... Right, so we'll upload that one. So yes, whoever was out there phoning on an unknown number, then don't be shy, give it a you were through, you were live onto the air there. You just had to put your point across, but you bottled it. But don't be shy, give it a try, don't want to bite. Crackpot McDougall, we don't bite. My bark is worse than my bite. Give me a call. See, call phone. Right, hold on, I'm just looking at this. So my number's out there. If you're a brain dead zombie, if you want to come ahead, if you think you're hard enough on the phone lines, we don't do violence. We ain't into the Lee McCulloch type threats. Yes, Lee McCulloch, if you want a word with Craigie Boy White, then phone me. I can set up a 3-way call. There is no way in this God's green earth will I'd ever give Craigie Boy White's number out to anyone, let alone a zombie who's want to get in the room and threaten him, my good brother. I am his PR consultant for the UK. I am his personal agent for the US of A. Anything you want, dealings with Mr. White, Jiggy Boy, come and see me. Yes, take it up with me, because I've got his number. Craigie Boy White, all inquiries for Craigie Boy White come through to me. Everybody got that clear? Brain dead zombies. And I am officially telling Mr. Craigie Boy White to get on to the mortgage to rent for his castle. Mortgage to rent. I think it's only fair. Craigie Boy White gets on the mortgage to rent with his castle. We need to get that back. And as a council house, ever since Thatcher privatised all the castles, we need to get the Grand Castle back into public ownership. So this is another free service I'm providing for the nation. We're taking back the castles. We're taking back the castles. How did that go in there? Alright, I thought that was... So we're taking back the castles, and we'll get a wee phone call in. Oh yeah, right. Oh, I've still got a list of... oh yeah, we've still... What time is it? Oh yeah, we're still in West Coast time. West Coast time, we've still got plenty of time here. We need to phone some of these investors, investment banks. There was loads of them out. And let's see, investment banks and movies. List of 200 investment banks and movies. Right, I'm going to flash up a link here on my Twitter. If anybody wants to help me delve in, the first 50, the top 10, are just basically showing you the people who are at the top of the tree of the financial system, of the Federal Reserve banking cabal. But the ones down at the bottom, the other 150, I'm just posting this on my Twitter if it opens up. Come on, move it. There we go. Right, so posting this now. Equity research, list of 200 investments. So we're going to get on to that. I'm going to start getting into that there. I contacted ones in New York, but it's time to get on to... This is just a license to put Fergana, Fenebresk, Falkenberg, Energy Spectrum. There's got to be some kind of crackpot here who's got some cash. I mean, there's bound to be some chief executive who's just had his secretary suck the plums off him. So, God forgive me, it's terrible language me using that there. Terrible. But it could be somebody there sitting me a big cheeser and then I give him a call. And he's just wanting to make somebody else happy. So, cha-ching, he's £1 million crackpot. Hand it over. We'll produce you a movie. We'll get you a video up on YouTube. He's probably producing it. Michael Goodman, look at the name of this. Farhouse Advisors. Right, we're going East Coast. Roth Capital Partners. Yes. Oh my goodness, what a name. What a name. Outstanding name. Michael Chill. Michael Chill is the name. Roth Capital. Hyman Roth. My mate Jaime. Anybody heard of Jaime Roth? Yes. Right, here we go. Phone this man now. US of A, right. We're going looking for some cash here. Cash up front. We're on the trail for billionaires.
Michael Chill
is not available at the moment. At the tone, record your message. To end your recording, press #sign. To reach an operator, press 0. Message delivered. One moment, please.
Come on, hurry up, not got all day. Not got all day. Right, the recent one's recent. Let's go. A little bit of silence there brought to us from our friends the Noise Abatement Society, but I'm sure we'll more than make up for that now. We'll more than make up for that now because we're bringing you live and exclusive action. Yes, live and exclusive action.
Hi, this is Breeze. You want to make me feel so good?
Line 6.
Moonlight Bunny Ranch and play with me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel so good. Oh, yeah. Oh, right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and don't forget, we take Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and good old-fashioned cash, baby, yeah. Ooh.
Exiting.
Exiting? Anyone exiting? Off. Samaritan's Helpline.
Good evening, Tommy Citizens Advice Line. Can you help me with an issue?
Yeah, keep it brief.
It's regarding, I've had a few issues with my partner in our property. I contacted my local authority regarding these matters, MSP Jim McGovern in Dundee, and his secretary's reply was that he has no dealings with Scottish matters as he's a Westminster MP. He has an office and surgeries in Dundee. It's a bit of a contradiction, isn't it? Should he actually have any offices in Scotland if he doesn't deal with Scottish matters? What do you think, caller?
You're the caller. I'm the responder. I don't know. Is it related to FIRHILL for Thrills? Have you
No,
got any...
what it is, Tommy. Right, the place where my partner stays, the flat above her, is rented out. It's been rented out for 13 years. The guy's never been on this landlord registration that is by Scottish law was implemented in 2006. He's caused 3 floods as tenants have major floods, continual noise problems. Now, after repeated complaints, having the police out and the antisocial behaviour team and all the rest of it, and continual, Dundee City Council deemed it appropriate to give this man 28 days to comply with the law after 6-7 years of not being on this registration. And it's all pretty ridiculous that they're not implementing the law that's been given by the Scottish Government. Now, I chased this up via the MSP, Dundee West, which is Jim McGovern. Also went to the Dundee City Council, where I spoke with the people at the landlord registration, who on 3 occasions told me that they had no sway over how the legislation was implemented. So what I done was, because I know that's just not true, so I phoned up the Scottish Government and spoke with a chap, and he says that all local authorities have at their discretion how they implement some aspects of these laws. So straight away there is, I've been told, a blatant lie. Now, the person in question, I've now contacted the SNP MP regarding this issue, and they're going to take the matter up. I'm charging this law that the Scottish Government has set up, and I'm going to be taking the Dundee City Council to court over this, non-implementing these laws and telling lies. What do you think on the subject? Have you any views or advice? My partner suffers from ill health as well, and it's getting worse due to this. She's on the damage to property. She's paid near £850 through floods. 2 were from overflowing baths, and another one was from a toilet not properly attached to system.
Can she move out for a couple of months, say 3 months?
Well, no,
if you can move her out and put me in for 3 months, I can guarantee your problems will be solved peacefully.
Well, I've been dealing with this chap. This chap, he's a professor from London.
I'm a professor from Glasgow. We need to meet. I'm Professor Tinkerpot.
Well, he carries a bit of upstanding citizenship, if you understand what I mean.
What, are you saying I don't? It's slander if you're saying I don't. If you're saying I'm not an upstanding citizen, then you better go and see a lawyer friend, because it's slander of my good name.
Listen, mate, nobody can thingy more than me. This guy is now suddenly replying to emails, whereas for years he did not. Getting a bit tetchy, and there's a bit of a community around this chap. It's Middle Eastern, it's not a thingy, but there is a community of them. That she's had a few visits from people that are not willing to give their contact details, asked into premises to inspect what's been said. The guy has ignored correspondence for years over this. The property management company of the building has not done a thing where they should have. They've been refusing to give her the building block insurance for the past 2 years, even though she's legally obliged to have this. The situation is she's basically the only owner-occupier in the block. It's very central in Dundee, and it's mostly rented out. But she's just getting no satisfaction with this. So, yes, what do you think of that? Or do you not have an opinion?
I sympathise with your plight. And have you contacted your MSP? I mean, you said there at the start of the MP, but the MSP not do anything?
This was the ridiculous part. When I went to the MSP, obviously they're located at Westminster, okay? The secretary, this is the laugh. He does a surgery for roughly an hour at various parts of the city through the week. About an hour. You know, no time at all. Her comments were, oh well, you've just got to accept it and pay that money, and as for the noise thing and all the rest of it. And she also told me not to approach Dundee City Council if they were to deal with it. So they wouldn't deal with it properly because he has nothing to do with the Scottish Government, Holyrood, because he's an MSP. And I said, well, that's ludicrous. What is he doing here then? Dundee is in Scotland. I don't care if he's based at Westminster. He does not go into Holyrood, the Scottish Parliament.
See, the whole thing, what we should do, we should strip by the bureaucracy and the legislation of all politicians and just go right to the banksters. Because they've got no power at all. There is no power in politicians, Westminster or Scotland.
Something the guy said when I went to see the SNP guy regarding this landlord registration. This was hilarious. I says, you're actually breaking the law that the Scottish Government has set up. Can you explain this? Explain this to me. The man has been found guilty of not being on this registration. You must comply with this. This is your rules. So why should anyone comply with this if you're given... After all the problems, there's also a fit and proper test, i.e. like the thing that supposedly Rangers should have had, or anyone going into business has to pass in order to take over a company or blah blah blah. Same applies for a person to be a landlord. Now, they passed this after continuous complaints, continuous police call-outs, continuous antisocial call-outs. They passed this man fit and proper to rent out this property, which I suspect he's got more than this one property. And
do you want to listen? Right, the only thing I can offer the new, right, because it's off topic to where we're going, my man, because I was just about to phone a place in the USA to get some funding here. We need funding. Yeah. But listen, tell me, do you want to name and shame him the new? Is this you want to name and shame him? Because I don't give a flying monkeys. Give me his address, give me his whatever you want to put out there the new. Let's do it. What's his name? If you get any properties, people have to be protected. Do you want me to phone the council tomorrow? I will phone the council. I will phone your MSP. I will phone your MP. Tell me where you want to phone, and I will phone it for you, caller, tomorrow. How's that? You can't say fairer than that, or I'm the crackpot McDougall. What do you want me to do? Tell me and I'll do it. Genuinely, if you want me to phone the council, I'll go and bat for you tomorrow. You know I love to take any fight up, and I'll phone anybody. If you want me to do it, let's do it tomorrow.
You got very... I'll speak to some of this with you regarding this offline, where I'm going to think up something that you could perhaps help me with.
I don't do anything offline anymore. Nothing offline. My whole life is now the Truman Show. It's online only. That way nobody can prank call me and put it on air later on. But anyway...
For reasons, you know. But I'll give a brief contact to Tommy Sheridan, see if he can assist as well, because it's getting beyond the joke this with this guy.
Fire it through to my Twitter. Do you know what I name him the new? Name and shame him?
I kind of have to be very careful.
Right, don't. Right, well, don't say any more, because you've gave us the thing with in the council, so keep it stum the new. Right, well listen, I've got to love you and leave you, my man, so we've got to... But listen, phone back again, right?
Right, no worries.
Hail,
right.
Increase the peace.
Take it easy. Ta-ra, hail.
God bless, right? Right, we're away to get some funding here. We need to get some funding. Cash up front time. That's one bad line. What happened there? What was going down with the line?
Thank you for calling the resort at Sherry's Ranch. Oof. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including holidays.
Hey!
You're invited to visit and experience the resort at Sherry's Ranch, the world's famous leading brothel located in Pahrump, Nevada. We are located just 55 minutes away from Las Vegas, and what better way to travel here than in our complimentary limousine? And if you travel by car, there's plenty of parking available on the premises.
Well, Sherry's Ranch, we'll let some fun
Some
then.
of our amenities. One of your stops at the ranch will be at our sports bar, where you can eat delicious gourmet meals and watch all your favorite sporting events, including PGA golf, NBA basketball, and hockey.
Get it gone down.
Here is where you meet some of our gorgeous women. Perhaps you can challenge them to a friendly game of pool.
Oh.
Or you can ask them to entertain you in other ways. There are 25 beautiful ladies to choose from, and they will make sure your stay is most rewarding. Many sensual feelings will be uncovered in one of our 25 comfortable rooms with private baths, or in one of our 5 executive and very private themed bungalows, complete with jacuzzis, sound systems, in-room dining, and more. Whichever you choose, you are more than welcome to spend an evening or two. Play out your fantasies in our bubble bathroom. Just imagine the two of you reaching new sensual heights as you bathe in sudsy, slippery waters, or enjoy the warmth and massaging bubbles created in our Budweiser jacuzzi room. Just one of our 2 jacuzzis to choose from. There's no limit to the fun you will have.
One moment, please.
Thank you for calling the Resort and Spa Sherry's Ranch. This is Casey. Can I help you?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What was your name? I'm Tommy.
Casey.
Hi, Casey. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm very well, very well. We're looking to frequent your establishment. Can you tell me the address?
The address?
Yeah.
It is 10551 Homestead. And that's Pahrump.
Pahrump.
RUMP.
Oof. So are you up for a parumping?
Huh?
Are you up for a good parumping then?
We are outside of Las Vegas.
You're outside of Las Vegas?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So, are you filthy dirty yourself? Do you get some of the action? Or are you just a hostess, Casey?
I just answer the phones.
You just answer the phones. What a wonderful job.
Yeah.
You have one of the most beautiful voices I've heard in my life. Can I tell you that for nothing?
No, thank you.
And so what we're wanting to do, there's 30, we're oil workers, and we are just coming up in the next, well, we should be there pretty soon, but we're travelling up from Dallas, yeah, and we're wanting some hot action. There's about, well, I said 30, maybe about 25 of us. Do you see, how many girls have you got there?
We normally have about 25 on the floor.
Oof. So what's the best time to get there? Because obviously a girl to a man then, so we're coming team-handed. When's the best time that you can accommodate us, Crackpot crew?
Okay, what's the best way to accommodate you?
I said, is it quite busy just now, or is it going to be quieter later on? If we manage to come through soon, we're away, about half an hour away from a hotel, which is quite close to where you are. So, what's the best time? What's the quietest time to come there? Because obviously, if we're going to come there with 20 of us, we're going to want a quiet time where we can all get seen to in a pretty quick time.
Can you hold on just 1 second?
What do you want me to hold on to? There you go. Right, everybody, hold on to something. Hold on, we're waiting for Casey to come back here. Casey will be coming back. Hold on.
Are you still there?
Hello, yeah.
Okay, I apologize about that.
Oh, Casey, no problem. Don't you worry about that. I'm sorry to have bothered you. You're obviously busy.
No, it's fine. Any time is actually a good time to come in.
Okay. And so, what services do you provide? Is it is this a strip joint? Is this a full-on sex place?
It's how do I put it? It's not a strip joint.
Good. No, but but everything's legal and above board here. Then is that okay? Because we're the mad Scottish crew. We've been travelling all over America, and some places we get welcomed at. But I take it if this is all legal in Nevada, everything's legal in Nevada. Is that right, Casey?
It's completely legal in Nye County, which is where we're located.
Yeah.
So
we're not going to end up in the local jail with some cuffs on in the wrong place, no?
No, you don't have to worry about that.
No, because some of these police up and down the USA, you know what I mean? They're a bit criminal themselves, Casey, if you know what I mean. You know, so at least Nevada's got it going down. Then is that what you're saying?
Okay, I didn't understand that. What was that?
I said at least in Nevada, it's good fun. You know, it's all good. So
yep, it's all good. It's all good. No worries.
So do you do sporting events? Do you have private rooms then for to have your own private sport?
We don't.
So everything's just out local then, yeah?
Yeah.
Oof. So it's just is it an orgy time then in Sherry's then, yeah? Is that what it was like? Is it just orgy time then, 24/7 on the floor? Everybody's gone at it like animals, aye?
Okay, can you hold on a second?
What do you want me to hold on to?
Yep, just hold on 1 second.
I'll hold on to anything you want, honey.
And features waterfall with patio bar service, a weight room, and a complete beauty salon. Our newest addition will be our 18-hole.
Yes, we're gone ball deep here. We're ball deep in it. Mulgrew's left peg. We're ball deep in it. Peter boy. Yes. Don't piss yourself. If you were doing things right, you'd have stoner and there wouldn't have been any piss coming out. You're doing something wrong there. Something's not right with that boy. He's got a Celtic badge there, but he's pissing when he should have a stoner. Right, Stacey, Casey, and the Sunshine Kids. Come on, we're heading on to everything here. We're crossing our legs. We want to find out what you can hold on to. What are you advertising?
At Sherry's Ranch is open 24 hours.
Get it going, Sherry's Ranch.
Including all holidays.
Yeah, baby.
And it's Las Vegas' closest legal brothel. Come and experience it yourself.
Yes, we're coming. We're coming. We'll be coming. We'll be coming.
Entertainment specialties, and our relaxing atmosphere is second to none.
We're Tommy's Tartan Army and we're coming over to Las Vegas.
0500 or toll free 866-820-9100 for your accommodations. And visit our website at www.sherrysranch.net for more information. Remember to ask about becoming one of our VIP charter members. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon at the resort at Sherry's Ranch. You're invited to visit and experience the resort at Sherry's Ranch, the world's famous leading brothel located in Pahrump, Nevada. We are located just 55 minutes away from Las Vegas, and what better way to travel here than in our complimentary limousine? And if you travel by car, there's plenty of parking available on the premises. Let us show you some of our amenities. One of your stops at the ranch will be at our sports bar, where you can eat delicious gourmet meals and watch all your favorite sporting events, including PGA golf, NBA basketball, and hockey. Here is where you may meet some of our gorgeous women. Perhaps you can challenge them to a friendly game of pool. Or you can ask them to entertain you in other ways. There are 25 beautiful ladies to choose from, and they will make sure your stay is most rewarding. Many sensual feelings will be uncovered in one of our 25 comfortable rooms with private baths, or in one of our 5 executive and very private themed bungalows, complete with jacuzzis, sound systems, in-room dining, and more. Whichever you choose, you are more than welcome to spend an evening or two. Play out your fantasies in our bubble bathroom. Just imagine the two of you reaching new sensual heights as you bathe in sudsy, slippery waters, or enjoy the warmth and massaging bubbles created in our private jacuzzi room. Just one of our 2 jacuzzis to choose from. There's no limit to the fun you will have. If you are looking for a different type of fantasy, you will definitely enjoy our S&M room, where bondage and domination await. You never know.
Casey! Where are you?
But your enjoyment doesn't end there. After all, we are a resort, complete with a volleyball court, a swimming pool, and featured waterfall with...
That sounds good, doesn't it? It's a fucking resort.
I'm sorry about that. You still there?
Casey, hi, we're still here.
Okay.
Listen, how do you become one of these? Is this a ranch? Can we stay overnight?
With the ladies or in a hotel?
Yeah, have you got a hotel there as well?
We do.
Wow, how much do you charge per night?
Sunday through Thursdays, our standard rooms are $75.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday, they're $85.
Wow, that sounds good. It's just, yeah, that sounds brilliant.
We also have our hotel suites.
Uh-huh.
And Sunday through Thursday, those are $95.
Uh-huh.
And Saturday and Sunday, they are $125.
And do any of the rooms come with jacuzzi or hot tubs, or is this different? Is this separate rooms you have to get?
Separate room.
But do you do jacuzzi rooms, or is it just
Those are all separate rooms.
How much is it for the jacuzzi room?
Okay, unfortunately, I can't give you the pricing for those. You'll have to negotiate with the ladies for that.
Oh, right. All right, I understand, Casey. Yeah, it's not a problem. Well, listen, this sounds wonderful and good. So is everything negotiation with the ladies then, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. And it said there I was listening to the messaging service, it says there for VIPs asked to apply to be the VIP or something. What was that about?
Honestly, I've never listened to the message.
You've never listened to it?
No.
It said, the message said, for free, for Scottish people, if you come along, if there's more than 5 of you, we will give you a free gangbang all night. That's what it says on the message. It says, free gangbangs with the girls and Casey included.
Okay, can you hold, please?
You wait to check that now. Somebody get the coats. Let's get out of here. Let's get downhill into it. It says gangman style. Gangbangs. You know what a gangbang was? We're having a gangbang. I says, you are terrible. I was a clean living soul to use.
Let us show you some of our amenities. One of your stops.
I was clean living to use. You spoiled it all for me. You have led me to rack and ruin.
And watch all your favorite sporting events, including PGA golf, NBA basketball, and hockey. Here is where you will meet some of our gorgeous women. Perhaps you can challenge them to a...
Did you hear, what was that, all that noise in the background? She was poking herself. She like the Tommy's own lives came down. It's disgusting.
There are 25 beautiful ladies to choose from, and they will make sure your stay is most rewarding. Many sensual feelings will be covered in one of our 25...
Hi, how can I help you, sir? Are you still waiting?
Yeah, hi. We're still waiting. We're driving through. We're on the bus through from Dallas.
Okay, when you get here, give us a call, okay?
Well, can you tell me... Sorry,
we
but
look
just...
forward to your visit. Thank you for calling.
Listen, but just one last thing I want to ask. How much is it for a shag?
You're going to have to come in and talk with the ladies yourself. Good luck. Travel safe. Thank you.
We're coming. We're coming. We're coming with our haggis. Are you ready to toss some cables, hen? Can you toss a caber good? Some guys want to know here, how good are your eggs in the morning? They're the dafties that are going to be hanging about that long, eh? They're the ranch is open all night. There you go, we've got a ranch. We've got Cherry's Ranch outside Nevada. Come on, where is it? Oh, there we go. There we go, so we can, on the way, if we want, then on the way to Los Angeles for the Hef Ranch, we'll need to be going through Nevada, methinks. It's Nevada time. And another time now is for Gas Panic. It's Gas Panic time. No gas panic here. We're not in a panic. We're not panic merchants. Gas, not us. Not us. Maybe Oasis can help us out. Are you in a panic about gas? No.
My family don't seem so familiar.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, sorry about that. My name's Tommy. What's your name?
Belle?
What's your name?
My name is Belle.
Hi, Belle. I've gave you a bell here. We're crazy Scotsmen, and we're on tour of the USA, and we're in your hood. We just want to know how far $200 will get us. Will that get us a good shag for the night?
Everything's negotiable. You just have to come in and talk to the lady in person.
How big is your place? There's 15 of us. Is there enough girls to help keep us all satisfied at one time?
I'm sorry, what?
I said there's 15 randy Scots coming in with their cabers at half-mast. Can they be serviced promptly?
It's all negotiable.
How much are you talking? Are you talking $50, $100 or in between?
But you have to come in and talk to all the girls, independent contractors. You have to come in and negotiate with a girl of your choice.
And is it open? Do you have private rooms to go to, yeah?
Yes, it's a brothel.
It's a brothel. Get it gone. See, since Alex Stammen came into Scotland, they closed them all down, right? So it's went a bit belly up. So that's how you've had to get 15 shaggers stomping across the USA. So we're coming to batter down your door to give it Yaldi. So, Belle, are you up for some fun and games, or are you just a call handler? Or are you just hanging up on me? Shove your head up your chuffs then. If you've not got somebody else to go and shove their head up your chuffs, then shove them up yourself, you mardy cow. Hold on. I'm going live to planet Countach. Right, sorry, just a personal message to a brother there. Right, what was that all about? She just hung up. You know, take a joke. Take a joke, for heaven's sake. It's Crackpot McDougal. We're into the third hour here. This is rattling on. This show is going quicker than the whole year. Before we know it, we'll be on to the 3rd of May. And yes, what a wonderful day. The 3rd of May, 1986. Where were you? We'll be doing a special show. This is... Well, hold on, what day is it? Friday? Oh, feckin' heckin'. We'll try and do one during the day. Yes, my day's off Friday. The lovely Jerry, he takes over. Friday, Celtic Dreams, Free Gelly Boy, since 60s. All a hardcore crew with the tunes giving it Yaldi. Till 10 to till 10. Yeah, trying. Oh, look at that. That's the 27th year anniversary. Oh, happy days. Happy days. I remember that well. Running onto the pitch. That's St Mirren. Ah, you can't back it. Those were the days. Right, so what ranch are we going to go on to now? We've had the Nevada. We're on to the Nevada brothel scene here. Nevada brothel. The Dovetail Ranch, that was in the Dovetail Ranch there. Let's see, illegal brothel. Let's see, here we go, office strip. List of brothels by Wiki. This is terrible. Wiki are now active. Look at this. It's absolutely disgraceful. Lander County. It's disgraceful. A full list here by Wikipedia. They're following it. Eureka County. Eureka Kaka. Here we go. We've got Eureka County. Pat's Country Club. Pat's Country Club. That's where we're going. We're going now to Pat's Country Club in Eureka Kaka. Right, so we're chasing this down here. We're going to Pat's Country Club in Eureka. Remember that game? Remember there was a game for the Commodore? Was it Commodore 64 Eureka? There was a mad game. Ah, that's right, I remember. It was a big prize, Eureka. It was a mad German game or something. German war game, Eureka. Remember that? Funny how things stay in your memory back and then just come. Have we got Eureka? Get me the Eureka. Where's Eureka? Off. Pat's Market. Oh, we don't want Pat's Market. El Pablo Supermarket. Yeah, let's get this supermarket. We've never found a supermarket. Of course, when we're going to the US, when we're going to the USA, we're going to have to get the groceries in with those paper bags. Those stupid fucking paper bags. Let's get the groceries in. We're going to Pat's supermarket. We're going grocery shopping. It's these simple things in life that you keep forgetting. You know, we're getting a Ferrari, we're getting a Viper, we're getting a house, hotel.
El Polomarque, buenas tardes.
Hello. Hey, Pedro. Pablo.
Hey.
What's happening?
Hey.
Hey. What's going down, my man? This is Mad Tam. Tam the Bam here. Tam the Bam here. We're in the hood. What can we get for 20 quid? Pablo, you any Bucky? We've got a hungry crew. We're looking for Bucky, Tunnock's tea cake and some iron brew. Don't fucking hang up. How rude. I don't want the Bucky. The Bucky's no for me, Pedro. Do you speak a Spanglish?
El Polomarque.
Hello, Pedro. Do you speak a Spanglish? Can you understand Scottish? What's your problem? We're coming into the place to fucking well ransack it if you don't pick up the phone. Stop hanging up, cunto. This is rudeness. We don't do walking away, rude people. Fucking Pedro. El Pablo.
El Polomarque.
Listen, stop hanging up. You want to talk?
Hey.
Gonna talk?
Hey.
Don't hang up, hey. Don't you hear me, cunto?
Who is it?
This is Tommy. We're in the hood. We want to buy some groceries and we don't want none of your brown bags. If you've got an ugly keister, you can put your brown bag over your head when you're serving us. Do you comprende? Comprendez-vous? You understand Scottish? Irish? Hello? What have you got in store? You got groceries? Have you got iron brew or Tunnock's tea cakes? We need a mellow bird. Oh, you're not hung up this time. You just put it on so that I can talk to myself. Away and flying shit to the moon, Pedro, Pablo. I'll phone Pablo Escobar in a minute. I'll do a seance. I'll be doing a seance for the Beverly Wilshire with Pablo Escobar and Michael Jackson. And they ain't going to let me in. If they're not going to let me in, I'll be phoning my wee lassie Jill and say what's going down. They ain't letting me in. I was going to come and do an article with Rolling Stone. I can't do it because they don't let no Fenians in. Team has whistled. Tell us if you steal it. What's going down? Jill, she's not get back to us. She's not hit me up. She's not hit me up with any more messages, the bold Jill. We need to move on. We need to move on for her. We're moving on. We're not going back to the bold Jill. We're staying away. I've already got somebody to sack her. I was just thinking there. She was getting out too much shit there. If her bosses find out what's going down there, then, and I'm putting this out live to the air, she might be in soapy bubble. So the last thing we want to do is bring harm to her, just a poor wee ordinary lassie. I'd have to go out there and console her and all that shit, know what I mean? I'd have to go and drive her about in my Ferrari and keep her happy. So no, I can't afford that now. We can't afford the time off. Use crackpots would be giving me a GP or you'd be giving me Jip ear, know what I mean? You're away punching a bit in Beverly Hills, you can't do your shows now. So no more. She was getting out too much personal shit. It's getting too much personal. I'll be phoning her off air. Thank you very much.
Tommy.
Do you think you were sneaking away? How dare you?
Stop you being a bad influence, Tommy. I have to head to bed.
No, you need to get written permission. You need to go through the headmaster, and you need to do it 2 days in advance. At least 48 hours permission. You're on for another hour. Stay here. Don't go.
Your arse. Does that mean I have to turn Spreaker off? I can't understand all this because
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry. Right, you get to your bed then, right? Sorry. Listen, I didn't want to phone you back late last night. I thought you maybe gone to your bed. I was waiting for you to get back in touch with me because I didn't want to phone you, so...
No, I did. No, I went to my bed. That's exactly what I did.
All right.
But it was off today.
All right.
But I don't mind coming on for 2 or 3 minutes, but then I'm going to shoot off.
Well, turn that Spreaker off and you've got the radio on.
No, but you always shout at me for that. That's what I'm doing. I'll turn it off and you phone me back, all right?
Right. There we go. Try to sneak off the beds, just not allowed. Yes, we're in a lockdown here. Cafe Del Mar. We're Cafe Del Mar in it right up. Hang up, I'll phone you back. Yes, we're on the phone to Una. We're getting Una back on. We're holding it down a lot. The Cafe Del Mar. We'll come straight back to the Cafe Del Mar after we've tucked Una up in her bobos. Right.
Hello.
You there?
I am, yes.
I'm no all there, so...
Oh, well,
nice
I know
to meet
that. But sure, doesn't half the country know that about you?
I know. It's a
And the
loud button.
unfortunate thing is, now you're introducing me to half the country, they're going to know that about me as well.
That's allowed. But you're stone cold Steve Sober Austin tonight, aye? You're not on the single fish, no?
No, I've just had a cup of tea, and to be fair to...
You get any proof? You get an alibi? You sure?
Do you want me to... right, I'm jangling the empty cup in front of you.
That's alright, I don't believe you.
And a couple of peanut butters on toast sandwiches, to be fair.
Oof.
You know, that's how the other half live, Tommy.
You're living at large there. You're living at large. You're missing out. I'm trying to live at large in Beverley, Wiltshire, and you're living at large with the peanut butter sandwich brigade.
Stop you. Listen, you have a veranda, I don't.
Well, swap me a veranda for a peanut butter sandwich, you know, any day of the week, I'll tell you. Give me your peanut butter sandwich.
Anyway, what's the crack? How's you?
Good.
So tell me the crack. How was it last night, besides pushed?
No, it was wonderful. Thanks for phoning in and talking away. I do appreciate it. So it was good to talk, as they say. It's good to talk.
Was it talking or spouting, Tommy?
I don't know. You were
Good man. You're a gentleman through to the core, aren't you? Like?
I can only remember the last few minutes. Just there's too much going on for me to remember what happened yesterday.
Good.
It's all busy. It's busy, isn't it? I've not heard much with rain Rangers or the Sevco, the Tribute Act? It's all been quiet. Have you heard anything? I've not seen anything. It's a lot of infighting, isn't there, between Celtic fans? It's not too pleasant at times.
No, you're right. That's a fair comment. It's not one I like to see, to be quite honest. I just, at the end of the day, I'm like yourself, Tommy. I just support the team.
Sure.
And the club always, and what I don't like to see is infighting or people falling out with people or people taking stances, because there's an awful lot of hypocrisy. But when you take a stance against someone else, it's quite hypocritical, and I don't particularly like that. So I just do my own thing and tweet my own tweet.
Well, the reason why I took the name Celtic Community Radio is because we try to put the unity into the community, or we should anyway. And there's a wonderful person that's out there, I think it's called Celtic Family, and his motto is uniting the Celtic family one tweet at a time,
Yeah.
And we should be looking to unite the Celtic family at one handshake and one friendly hug at a time, you know what I mean? And the more divisions we put in, if you've got this Celtic division and that Celtic division, when after all, I mean, there's only one team and we can only support the one team, but why do we have to have so many different factions and so many different, there's more factions of Celtic fans now than there is Dunkin' Donuts got of donuts, you know what I mean? Krispy Kreme has been out competed by Celtic fans in their divisions, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for a comment, Tommy, because in all honesty, when I think back to my Father's Day, God rest him, all the poor sufferers in those days had was the likes of the Daily Record. Now that we as Celtic fans have got a lot more communication, and you made a really, really poignant point there, saying we put the unity back into community, but what's left out of that unity is calm, which is communication.
Yeah, I mean, the more
and
communication.
That's what we as fans should be doing. We should all be talking and communicating and dialoguing with each other, because that's what we point fingers at other factions for. We point out their lack of communication, their lack of knowledge. So we as fans can't be misrepresenting that in at our own front door. So community means communication and unity, and that's what I think for the rest of us. As I say, my father and the guys and the boys of that era and generation, they didn't have anything. So we should be taking the fact that we have social media and the internet, we should be taking that as a positive and not using it to point fingers at each other.
You're right, and when you say community, I mean, it's okay. I've called this radio station that Celtic Community Radio, but it's not a glib statement, because, well, if you analyse it, the community is us, is just ordinary people and ordinary fans. And for me, I'd never ever think I'm anything special, and I'm just a mad crackpot, and just like everybody else. I just, I'm not a special fan. I don't go to all the games. I'm not an Uber fan. I like Celtic. I like my own wee life and my family and my kids and all that. And Celtic, they play a huge part in my life. And I sit here wanting to talk to fellow Celtic fans. And we've got a unique opportunity, because we've got this platform and we can all unite or disunite. And we are the community, so we are where we want to take it to. We've managed to take ourselves to where we are now. And now the opportunity is, well, how do we expand it and how do we go forward? We've got Twitter, we've got, all the multimedia stuff that we can do, and more people are starting their own radio stuff and getting their ideas together. But even though we've got all this, what it's only achieving to do is create more and more factions. And
but that's the way to go. Going to happen.
But that's not the way to go, because I mean, when you've got different voices.
Yeah, but we as sensible people know that's not the way forward. But unfortunately, throughout anything, through history and time, if you're going to move forward in anything, you're going to have to come across obstacles. And that is what this is one of the main obstacles.
This is one of the main obstacles then that we're facing then, you would say, yeah?
One of the main obstacles we're facing is that social media introduces obstacles as well as opens pathways for everybody. So social media is opening pathways, but at the same time providing obstacles, because you'll get people who use it as a negative force and try to diversify fans, try to I don't know, just make fans argue, just make fans fall out with each other.
You're saying people are working people from the back here? There's people with agendas are working people from the back, and things are happening. And
no, Tommy, I'm a simple girl. I don't know anything about things like that, and I don't wish to know, to be quite honest. I just see it as a human being, and with every positive there's a negative, so you're going to see both.
I hear you. So we're getting the positive side where we can expose the Sevco and the cheats, and we can get information out there quick style, but the negative is you get so many bam pots and idiots out there posting a lot of tripe, and you get so much negativity and hatred. I mean, the way I cut it off in my timeline is if anybody wants to cause it, unless they want to phone up, then I'll just ban them from it. If the Twitter's not got a place to be arguing or be negative the way I look at it. So I'm fortunate enough I can say, well, here, look, there's my number, here's my platform, phone up and we'll debate. Other people have not got that, but for me, I look at it as very limiting in Twitter, and my favourite stuff is just to sit and chat, so that's why I can then say, well, look, phone me up and then debate it. But there should be more people doing what I'm doing as well, open up the phone lines. To open up a phone line through Skype is washers, is absolutely washers, and people should be, you don't need to just do it through Skype, and then whatever comes to your head, whatever you want to talk about, and throw it out there, and throw it out, because by having more discussions and debating and including more people, the more, Celtic fans are always going to have a diverse range of opinion, and we shouldn't be ever looking to stifle that, and we shouldn't be ever looking to shut that down. And at certain points today, that was happening, where people were trying to shut certain arguments down because obviously it was not part of what the message was meant to be, and there's different voices out there, but by trying to shut people's arguments down, you end up ostracising them and causing more problems. Maybe not now, but you just kick it any touchdown the line. And I want to try and nip that bud in the bud. I want to try and nip that in the bud before it happens.
Yeah, no, fair play, Tommy, because I don't know. I've just got to a stage in my life where I listen to everybody. Everybody has a right to speak. Everybody has at the end of the day, let the people sing. But everybody's got a right, but it doesn't always make their opinion the right path to go down. But it doesn't mean it hasn't to be listened to, because you can't knock someone if you don't listen to what they say.
No, but that's see, being a salesman, when you would look, the worst kind of customer you would get is someone who would say nothing. There's someone who would say, you would present them with what you're there to sell, right? And then they would just clam up. You would ask questions and they wouldn't give you anything back, right? So you've got nothing to go on, you've got nothing to feed on, and that's the ultimate defence mechanism. If you want a salesman to go away for selling you, you clam up, you say nothing, and they soon get the idea.
That's it, you put them on the back foot.
Yeah, because they can't go anywhere. So you want someone to talk. So what we should be looking to do is embrace talk, not looking to close it down. And then you should be confident in your own argument, and you should be confident in your own beliefs, and you should be confident in what you've got. So when I was a salesman, I always worked for companies that I could believe in and something to sell, because any time I was in front of someone, I wanted to be 100% sure of what I've got. So if you're 100% sure, then you can win every argument. And where I stand and sit, I try to sit on the right side of every argument. It's not always easy, and it's not always hard, it's not always the right thing to do, and it's not always a popular thing to do, but it's not even a common sense thing to do as well, right? Because common sense doesn't always lead you to the right place. But if you hold on, if you have a moral compass that, well, for me, for my wee lovely granny and granda, and through the Catholic Church when I was away and being an altar boy and stuff like that, and then, well, from a religion that I try to know that good at following in now anyway, but for certain moral compasses that if you use as your guide through life, that you can navigate your way through it and say, well, hold on, there's an injustice happening here and I don't like it. Yeah. And then if there's an injustice, you have to speak out against it. But it's all about, if you've got an argument, if you've got a point, then if you're on the right side, then you should make it in the best possible way without being rude, cheeky or whatever, and putting it across and then God willing, you'll win your argument or you'll win your case.
Absolutely. But Tommy, it's like anything in life. See, the second someone calls you a name, you know they've lost their argument. The second someone calls you a name when you're trying to explain yourself, you know, right, well, I've obviously got my point across because they're annoyed. You keep your calm and you just look at them. That's all I've ever done through my life, you know, and allow someone to then they have to come back at you and prove your argument wrong.
No, you're right. It's not always easy. It's easy maybe if you're a woman, but sometimes with the rushes of blood of a head to a man, and then that's what causes so many fights at times.
Absolutely, because it's a strong,
it's a bigger man.
Male.
It's a bigger man that can walk away from a fight than can walk into a fight.
Fair play, because it also takes a strong woman, but at the same time, us women don't have we have sleight of tongue as opposed to sleight of hand. We don't necessarily have to lift our paws, but don't get me wrong, if I needed to, it would be all there. But it's a lot easier as a woman to win your argument verbally than it is physically.
There we go. You said you left your arm, but it'd be all there. So just right away, cha-ching. We want to get a boxing match. So out there in the boards, tell me Una against who for a boxing match. We need to get a
Harrison, please. Audley Harrison.
Audley Harrison. No, I was like, we need to get a Fenian Glasgow lassie to square jig. The Scottish Celtic lassie against the Irish Celtic lassie to find out who is the hardest Fenian. Is it the Scottish Tims or is it Irish Tims? And having watched the Irish lassie in the Olympics, then I'm away to remortgage my house and put it on Una. Go about it then, Una. You speak a good game, you just put your cards on the table, you're ready to back it up. So, right, my new gig, I'm now the new Frank Warren, I'm the Tim Malloy Frank Warren, so we're now promoting a gig, Una and who else in Glasgow? FIRHILL for Thrills.
Hold on a second, Tommy, see with your history, I'll end up getting the sack first.
We're top of the bill, we're getting you FIRHILL for Thrills.
I'm just thinking Sandaza, I'll end up getting the sack before I get a new gig.
I'll no sack you. Well, don't worry.
I'll give all my pies to Sally. He'll keep me on.
I was going to say we could get you on the bill with Sally then, a square go with Sally or a square go with Jig. Old Jig McCulloch thinks he can beat up Craigie Boy White, so we'll put in it and say, right, okay, defending Craigie Boy White, Una against Jig. Watch out for his flying elbows, Una, but watch out.
Don't worry about that, I'm small enough, I'm only 5 foot. I'll have a really good dig to his nether regions before he can even see where I'm coming from.
I think with that point we better let you go to your bobos then.
Thank you very much. Good night.
God bless you, Una. Take care.
See you later.
Bye. Right. We'll let her dream on the fact he's about to punch Jig McCulloch in the Hawmos. Jig McCulloch is getting a punch in the Hawmos, but Una, we couldn't leave it any better than that. Right, we better let her go to her bed as we tune in. We're Cafe Del Marin up to the max. We're holding it down a lot down here. Yes. Crackpot McDougall on the ones and twos. Giving it Yaldi. Come on. So that's us. The Irish callers are outnumbering the Scottish callers tonight, 2-1. In fact, in the Yankee Doodles, they're winning it. The Yankee Doodle strip bars and brothels in Nevada. How many? We've had any strip clubs in... We've had no strip clubs in Los Angeles. Shocking. When's the last time we had a Marijuana expert from San Francisco? I think we need to get a Marijuana expert back on. What do you reckon? Grass dispensaries. Dispensary to Sacramento. Off. Are we giving it Yaldi and all Sacramento? Right, let's get a grass dispensary in Sacramento. Sacramento Cannabis Club Directory. Yes, we've not done this for a while. Medicinal cannabis, medicinal herbs. Over there in the state of California. Above Average Collective in Marconi Avenue. The All Natural Solutions Delivery. A therapeutic alternative. Alternative Medical Centre. Another Choice Collective, 9555. Oof. Can of Bis Delivery. Can of Care. Capital. I've scrolled. Look at that list there is. This is just like a fucking right. Let's get to the top. Above Average Collective. Where do we go? We go for this one. All Natural Solutions Delivery. Where we go? Marconi. We're going for the Marconi. With the 555 number. What is it with the 55? They just love the fucking 555, don't they? Yeah, a bunch of dafties. Right, the Above Average Collective. We better have above average collection of weed, I'll tell you that for nothing. We're phoning for the top grade, numero uno. Medicinal herbs. Oh, it's not copied and paste. So medicinal herbs here, we're wanting to find out. The doctors in this country give you drugs. We found out in the paper yesterday that the state-sponsored drug of choice, methadone, is killing far more people than heroin. Did anybody listen to a show I did a few weeks ago or a few months ago? I've spoke about heroin and I spoke about the state. Yeah, you must have remembered. Come on, surely somebody back me up. Now it's in the paper and it's stating that methadone is far worse than heroin. So now, getting ahead of the game, as usual, we're now batting for the case of, see the drugs that these bastard quacks of the NHS are giving you with extra side effects. Let's get them to feck. Shotgun. They're poisoning us. They're giving us shite. So instead of your wee ma, or your Auntie Sally, or Uncle Jimmy, or the sex change uncle of the family of the zombies, your great Auntie Billy, just say, look, gonna get off popping the pills for the quack and gonna take this wee cookie. You don't have to smoke it. You don't have to vaporise it. Put it in a loaf of pan bread. Put it in a scone and it'll be all goney. Put it in a muffin. Right? Whatever. Hey presto. They're sleeping. No sleeping tablets with side effects. Give them a muffin. Tuck them into their bobos. They're out like a shot. No side effects, no problems. You think that's bullshit? What we've got just now is in this country, the government-sponsored drug programme is you toddle off to your doctor and you give him your ailment. He gives you a feckin' well drug. A drug! But you sit there saying, oh, I don't take drugs. I don't do drugs. And then you be hypocritical and say these people who self-medicate themselves are the bad evil people. Oh, he's having a joint. He's having an eckie. Oh, these criminal bastards. Yes, the criminal bastards they may be, but if it's a criminal state killing people by their drugs of choice, then I say it's revolution time. So bring in the US of A at this point. Because I'm liable to go on a rant to the end of this show here, so get somebody else involved. That's what I say. Increase the peace, fight the power. Tommy Gold. Come on, back up. We're on a mission here. You're stoned out the fucking dial here. Sacramento. You're my homie. Pick up, my man. You vaporized?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 91628555554 is not available.
I tell you it was all the fives, didn't I? It was all the fives. We're on the fives. Right, shut. Fucking hell. Right, 555 is more than a kiddie-on movie number. It's in every Hollywood movie. It's actual a call to It's actually a call to the Freemasonic Dajalic devil or God or something, whatever they want to believe in. It's their call. Ya A'udhu billahi min shaitani rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I seek refuge from God from the cursed Satan, and I seek protection for anybody who's listening in here. That they enchant Jehovah Yabalon, an enchantation of 3-on-3 in the Royal Arch of the Masons, enchanting that phrase that I just there, trying to compel unseen forces, basically devil worshipping scumbags. And the 555 is their call. It's the start of the Yah, the J-A-H in Hebrew, and the 555, the Washington Monument, is 555 feet tall. And it used to be the old parts of Hamilton Rangers team bus was LSK 555. They no longer use that for some reason. Is it McGill's they now use? Yeah. Is it McGill's buses? By coincidence. But the old parks, Celtic still got it, LSK 444. But they used to give the Mankey Mob the 555. By wonderful coincidence, you know. And when you walk into the front door of Ibrox, you see for yourself that is in fact a very fine and spectacular Masonic temple, from the black and white tiles to the way of the, well, you just look outside at all the archways and the triangles. Wonderful. I'm a connoisseur of Masonic architecture. I may speak bad against them and expose their secrets, but when you see, and it's done for a special way, and it's done for a reason, to bring negative forces, to bring, it's a fight between good and evil, what we're facing here. You've got the good guys and you get the bad guys, and it's left for you to decide who's the good guys and the bad guys. It's your brains out there have got to pick between who's on what side and who's on the other, and which side you go for. Do you believe in the one God theorem? Do you believe in the God of Abraham? The one true God? Or do you believe in the wretched one? Iblis. Now there is no compulsion. It's each to their own. Choose what you want. Well, I'm a believer of the Abrahamic faiths, the one true God. There is only one God. He is no partner. There's actually religions, followers of the Luciferian doctrine, as Albert Pike, a high Freemasonic devil worshipper, confided in his book Morals and Dogma, that anyone above the 33rd degree in Freemasonry is in fact a follower of the Luciferian doctrine, yes. Albert Pike has got more statues in Washington DC, and he fought on the southern side. Yes, a lovely little, was that Confederate? And yet he's honoured, and at the time, in the US of A, he was of a higher rank than the President of the USA. So how do you square that circle? that in the Masonic rank that a brother would answer to someone of a higher Masonic rank, only to that. So if Albert Pike was of a higher Masonic rank than the President of the USA, then the President had to answer to him. Kind of defeats the whole, most powerful guy in the world, don't it, theory? Hey, they say I'm a conspiracy theorist, and it's these dafties that are the biggest conspiracy theorist. Come on, somebody pick up Mahatma Ganja, get it going. Everybody's stoned out there, aren't they? Sacramento, crackpot, calling
We're sorry, we have reached the number that...
They've been busted already, right? We're going to ring, but let's get to San Francisco. I left my heart in San Francisco. Oof, shocking time. Better no sing, right? Get on, stop me singing like that. How long have we got to go? Are we doing another show? Is this part 1 of the show tonight? Coming up for 3 o'clock, we've got another 18 minutes to go. Is there any crackpots out there? Is there any need to do another show for an hour or so? Does anybody want me to carry on? Shall we carry on? New York, Frankie boy. We love a Frankie boy here. Kenny Wack, old blue eyes. The old Don Cullywully. New York. Where do you want me phone now? New York.
Vinnie Falcone takes the baton now to conduct one of the most exciting pieces of music of all of my years. This Don Costa arrangement of the Fred F. John Kander love song to the city that never sleeps and the ball team that lost. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York. These vagabond shoes, they are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. My small town blues, they are melting away. I will make a brand new start of it.
Hello.
How you doing, my man? What's happening?
What's up, dude?
Yeah, G, what's happening? This is Tommy G here. What's going down? What's your name? You there?
Hello? Yeah, what's the question?
This is Tommy G here. I'm phoning from the UK.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, man. Phoning from Scotland, Glasgow. Have you heard of it?
What was that?
I'm phoning from Glasgow, Scotland. Have you heard of Glasgow?
Hold on a second. Now, you want to get some weed?
Yeah, my man. What's going down? Can you send some to Glasgow?
No, we don't do delivery.
Don't worry, just send it by post. We'll collect it.
I can't understand you, man.
Listen, can you send some Mahatma Ganja to Scotland by letter? No.
Hold on, I guess someone can answer that question. Hold on. He wants to know if I can send ganja to Scotland. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hi, how you doing? My name's Tommy G. What's happening?
Not too much, my friend. What can I do for you?
Yeah, what's your name, sorry?
My name is Jason.
Jason, nice to meet you, my friend. Listen, I'm phoning, I'm very interested in the marijuana laws in San Francisco and California, because we're here wanting to bring those same laws to Scotland and to the United Kingdom. Now, obviously, this is a dispensary in San Francisco of marijuana, is that correct?
It is.
And is it for people who have got illnesses or sicknesses?
You have to have gone to a doctor and have gotten a card. Yeah, this is for people that have their doctor have prescribed them this, and then that's about it.
So, I mean, I'm discussing with people just now that they should stop going to their doctor to get medicine and drugs that are, well, they are drugs. People say, oh, we don't take drugs, but the doctor gives someone a drug. But then people don't understand that this doctor is giving you something that will have a side effect. Now, can I ask you, see this marijuana, this grass, this herb, is there any side effects that would cause further damage if you've given it to a patient?
I mean, not really. There are not so much side effects as much as there are regular effects that are very well known and very documented. There's not something that's going to creep up on you that you're not going to know about. You're buying this product knowing specifically what it's going to do and how it's going to affect you. So, for example, if we've got something that is prescribed specifically for drowsiness, I have things that will make you, up and alert and will kind of make you happy and feel good and will not make you drowsy, so there won't be any onset side effects that come on later because you're not worried about that. You bought this product for specifically what it's going to do, and it's not going to have anything that's going to come along later on.
And what kind of marijuana would you give? What strain would you give to make someone uplifted and happy? Can I ask you that, Jason?
There's a whole bunch of different types. I mean, as a general rule, there's two major types. There's indica and sativa. But as far as the specifics of the individual strains, you'd have to come in, and I'd have to do that in person. We try not to do that over the phone.
No, I understand. I'm doing this for obviously purposes of being in the UK, and I'm looking to expand my knowledge. And I'm sorry for asking you these questions, Jason. I do appreciate that.
There is a ton of information online. If you look up just straight up indica versus sativa, I mean, there is numerous amounts of information as to the differences between the two basic types of strains, and then once you're past the two types, it's very similar to it's very similar to any type of like food or vegetable. There is this is a fruit, this is a vegetable, and then once you get in that basic difference, oh God, the differences between the two after that basic category are numerous.
I don't know. It was just that. Yeah, I understand. I understand completely. It was also to find out on the basis that if you're suffering from drowsing, so if you're suffering from you can't sleep, then there's a different strain that you can get for that also. I
have stuff that will keep you awake. I have stuff that will put you to sleep. I have stuff that will help you stress. I have stuff that will not even get you high. It is just about a numbing pain management sensation, and you can still function and go about your day. I mean, we have quite a bunch of different stuff. And the beauty is that as we legalize this more, we're able to break down what each individual strain is, because right now there's no government testing on this type of stuff. So we can say what it does through practice, but there is no government to back it up. So we're kind of on our own at this point.
This is absolutely brilliant and wonderful, Jason.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's fascinating, man. If you go online, there is so much information.
Yeah, this is the way forward, because what people don't realise, they don't seem to, I mean, they get a breakdown in their mental capabilities. They go and they see a doctor, and the doctor gives them a drug, and they happily take whatever that drug is prescribed.
Are you in the state of California?
No, my friend, I'm in the UK. I'm in Glasgow, Scotland. Listen, I would love to come to California. If I come, I'm going to come to your place. If you come as a tourist, can you get it off can you get it from a tourist? If a tourist was to come to your shop, or do you have to go to a doctor first?
Not in this state, unfortunately, because we have not legalized properly. It's just the medical marijuana that has been legalized. Right now, you have to have an address in the state of California in order for us to even really discuss this. I mean, to be honest, I probably shouldn't even be doing this over the phone, to be honest.
Listen, mate, I'll let you go then. I don't want to get you in any trouble.
Now, as a tourist, you can go to the state of Washington or the state of Colorado. They just recently legalized completely. It is recreational there. So they are much more lenient for people that are out of the state or out of the country to be able to just kind of have a conversation about it. Right now, we're kind of, our feet are held to the fire at the moment.
So you say Washington, so it's legal in Washington, yeah?
Washington State and Colorado State. They just within the last election, they full on legalized. You can smoke a joint in the middle of Times Square with a cop, and nobody can do anything to you.
And you can do that in Washington as well. Is that for old
Washington
Obama?
State and Colorado, not Washington like our capital. There's a whole Washington State.
Oh, the state. I was going to say, is that for Obama because he likes a joint? Do you think Obama likes a good spliff?
Must be.
Listen, Jason, I'll not keep you. Listen, you've been a wonderful guy. I'm sorry to have asked you so much questions. I'm sorry for...
Please, no problem, man. We're happy to educate. And like I said, if the laws weren't in such a gray area, I would talk to you all day about this. But, you know, we're never sure about what's going to get us in trouble, so...
Shit, my man. Listen, God bless you, mate. Take care. Keep your head down, right? Increase the peace, fight the power, mate. It's been a brilliant educational experience. Take care.
Happy to help, man. One day we'll hope to serve you in person.
God bless, mate. Hopefully soon, yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
His name obviously wasn't Jason. That was his nom de plume. And I haven't got a Scooby-Doo where that was. That was Eureka. Yes, that was Pablo. Where's that Eureka guy? Where's that bastard? We're going to phone Eureka. That was a grocery store in Eureka. Or was that Sacramento? Someone in Sacramento. And his name wasn't Jason, it was Chish. It was Mr. Chisho. Right, so we're holding it down a lockdown here. This is Crackpot McDougall. So there you go, there's an alternative there for you right away. You can go in and get dispensed. I would love to talk even more with that guy. He was a wealth of information. He was lucid. The thing I was going to ask was, can you get it? Well, you'd put that on another show. Can you get something that you don't have to smoke? You know? Or did I ask him that? I don't know. Who knows? Even talking about that shit makes me feel stoned. Yes. Right, so we're on a lockdown here. What's going down? So, what have we got here? It's 5 to 3, and this show is almost coming to an end. Another 8 minutes here. We're getting 8 minutes and counting. We're on the clock, 8 minutes and counting. Single weed seeds, Big Buddha, blue cheese, Don G, Tommy phone DC. This guy definitely smokes, getting too excited talking about it. Him. I used to talk, mate, I used to. Can I get a card for an ingrown Tony? Hooper's still on, Martin's still on. Let's see. USA Silicon Adult Manufacturing Services looking for comments and ideas. What's this? Hold on. Elvis Wedding Chapel, Las Vegas. Right, we'll phone up. We're going to Las Vegas for a wedding here. We're going to see if we can get hitched. Right, Jack and Jill want to find out, can we get hitched? Let me see, where we going here? Right, posting it in here. Saying I've been a good boy, I've no phoned Jill all night, I've managed to keep my distance. Keep it away for you, crackpots. You need to be careful with these Americans. Don't want to get them, they're lovely people. And having a history of getting people sacked, the last thing I want to do is get an American sacked. No way. I'm going to have to go over there and fight their case. It's not going to be a good idea, that.
Good afternoon, Wedding Chapel. How may I help you?
Hello, I'm wanting to come and get married.
Sure. What are you looking for, sir?
I don't know, when can you marry me?
Well, you have to tell me exactly what date, sir.
Well, I'm free like tomorrow or Saturday, are you?
Okay. Let me double check.
Seems nice and easy.
Okay. Tomorrow I have a 3 p.m. available.
Yeah?
Will that work for you?
Are you ready for that?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, if you're up for it, I'm up for it. Will that enable me to get a green card then?
I don't know. You have to contact immigration for that, sir.
Are you naturalised US as well then, yeah?
Correct.
Oh, that's good. Because I wouldn't want to marry someone who wasn't naturalised, so that's good. If you're naturalised, I'll marry you at 3 tomorrow then.
I'm sorry, and I'm not understanding your question, sir. I don't know anything about immigration. You will have to contact.
Oh, no, I don't want to
for that.
contact. No, I just, you said 3 o'clock. I'll come tomorrow to your chapel and me and you get married, yeah? You said 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be there. Don't you worry about immigration. I'll deal with them.
I'm already married, so can I help you with that?
Have you got any sisters?
No, I don't.
Must have family. Have you any good girlfriends? I'm Scottish. I'm a cross between Gerard Butler and Brad Pitt. I ain't no zombies, and I'm hung like a donkey. Are you up for it? You must have somebody there.
No, sir. I don't.
Okay.
So
I can't
sorry.
take another knockback. I get a knockback for Nancy for Paramount. If you give me a knockback here, sister, then I'm well screwed. I just want to come to the US of A and enjoy myself. Is this the Elvis Chapel?
Yes, it is, sir.
Is it? Surely there must be a sister there who wants to get married to a crackpot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. Right, I'm on the first plane. What's her name? Jezebel. Eureka.
Are you from Scotland?
Yeah, bingo, we're there. Yes, all the way, Scotland, Glasgow. But I'm on holiday. We're on a Beano. There's 40 of us. We're on to the way to Hef's Ranch and we're causing it major. So we just want to get married. I'm only in this country for a few days and I want to stay here forever. So that's why I need to get married. We need to find me a wife. Please find me a wife, Sen. Come on.
Oh, I'm sure you can find a wife in the street anywhere, sir.
On the streets anywhere? Yes, let's get it going. But can you second it? I thought we had a deal. You led me up the garden path here. You said you were going to marry. You said you were going to marry me. You sound nice.
Yeah, but you have to bring your own wife.
I thought, but you said it was you. You were going to marry me. I thought.
I can marry you.
Can not? I'm a handsome man. Come on, tell your husband
No, I
you
don't doubt that you're a handsome man, but I cannot marry you.
Tell your husband I found a Scottish man, and Scottish men are better than American men. Once you've tried a Scot, you never go back.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's it. There you go. So, is that a yes? Do we have? Your laugh is wonderful. We need to get married. Let's do it.
Well, I don't know what you want me to. I don't know what you want me to tell you, but
no, it's okay. Listen,
if you really want to get married, then you have somebody for you to get married. Just give us a call, and then we can help you.
Can you give me the address?
Our address is 727.
727.
South 9th Street. In Las Vegas.
South what street? Sorry, South 9th?
9th, number 9.
Oh, 9th, yeah, South 9th Street, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a pretty woman working in the Beverly, Wiltshire, wee Jilly, and if I get her, then I'm driving down your way and me and her are getting hitched, so don't you worry, right? It could happen, right? So
as long as you bring a woman and you have a marriage license, that's fine.
Where'd you get a marriage license from?
You get a marriage from the courthouse here in Las Vegas.
Okay. And they do that on the day, yeah?
Yeah. They give you the license right away, yes.
How much do they charge?
$60.
How much?
60.
Okay. Listen, it's been wonderful talking to you. What was your name, sorry?
Adriana.
Adriana, I love you, Adriana. Thank you. And if ever you want to come to Scotland, we can get you over here. So don't you worry about that.
It's my dream to visit your country. Believe it or not.
My goodness. Right, I'm coming over next week then. I will get a plane and then I will bring you over and you'll be in Scotland in 2 weeks, okay? We got a deal?
Okay, I'll be waiting for you. You can come and visit me.
I will do, Adriana. Love you.
Okay.
Take care.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. There you go. You scored. Almost get married and then jilted at the altar and then back in again. She genuinely wants to come to Scotland. Yes. We're out of here. Batting five, new show, Batting 5, hail, tell 10 to tell 10.